I haven't really thought about it too much because I'm kind of the opinion that I'm probably not gonna do it because
So you don't think you're gonna
I don't
face
think
that
I don't think that stigma is gonna be lifted in my lifetime.
No.
I think it'll be after. I think it'll be after the generation that is pre-us is dead, and then it will be around the time when our generation is getting pretty old. Not necessarily dying, just getting pretty old.
So
and
you
then
just
I
don't
think
want your grandkids to regret seeing you with a huge penis on your face.
No.
Because we're live from the
He's more tasteful.
Is that really how you want to start that?
Yep, that's how we started it.
I'm gonna call you out on that
I wasn't
right
even
now.
finished watching my video.
That is some bull. Whenever I try to pull that crap, it doesn't fly with you. Now you get to do that? You garbage.
What, cold
You hot
opens?
garbage.
You got
You just scream fucking pussy and vagina all the time.
Wait,
How
what?
is that like?
Do
What?
you?
How is that the same?
Do you?
Like I don't understand how that's the same. At all.
Tangent number 25.
Right.
I actually don't know how many tangents we've done.
We've done about 13, I think.
Tangent number
14,
14.
yeah.
In total or today?
Hey,
Is
total
this
about
actually a
13.
tangent, or
No,
what are
it's
we
the
doing?
video game news.
Oh, I like tangents.
Welcome to the Rochambe Bros News. Not the Rochambe, video game news.
Damn Game Boys.
Yeah. I'm Kian. Again, I'm here with John Dean.
Woot.
And
Twitter famous
Salty
John
Bill.
Dean.
Twitter
Oh,
famous
fucking
John Dean.
We can drop the Twitter fame.
No.
Humble John Dean.
I've
Humble.
gone a week without a tweet that's got like more than 600 likes.
I'm telling you, if you would have tweeted out that thing with the hashtag
The Weepin' Bell.
the Weeping Bell.
It is really funny. I think
Someone
that
show me that.
so I think the issue was that like that joke went over everybody's head.
No, I fucking burst out laughing.
Oh yeah,
watching
lots
that,
of
like,
people realized that what it was, but like I think there's a lot of people that were like, I don't get it.
You're fucking your Pokemon. I understand what you're doing.
I'm mouth fucking my Pokemon. I should have used Bellsprout, but I didn't have one. That was the problem. Bellsprout would have been more obvious.
Oh,
We've-
that's so bad though. He's a
Jack-
child.
No, he's just
Oh.
actual size.
He's a
Like a
child.
giant Weepin' Bell just makes it look like I have an RPG-sized penis.
He's a child, John. You
It's
can't.
not a child, it's a plant.
He's a child Pokemon.
It's a plant.
He's a child Pokemon.
It's a plant.
It's a very young starter.
It's a plant.
It's a child.
It's a plant.
It hasn't even matured yet.
It's literally
It
a
hasn't
plant.
matured.
It's literally
No, 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 no,
It's
no.
a young plant.
It's literally a plant.
Honestly, I think
young
you could have gotten
plant.
likes if you did like the and it was like a muck on the side.
You can't put two of them in there though.
I know, but you could have just done the muck. and
I'll
been
just
like,
Photoshop it later and actually put a Bellsprout on my penis. My Photoshop skills have been advancing rapidly, actually.
Because of your penis?
No. Ow.
Because of
It's like
Pokemon.
I type with my dick, so it's
No, like your Photoshop
swinging-
skills is just like you replace your penis with
swinging
like
my junk
rocket
around
ships
like-
and
all that
rocket
shit.
ships.
Yeah, there we go. That's what it is.
Torpedoes.
NASA's a secret government. Sorry, I fucking lost that, Alex.
No, I've just been fucking around with it a lot lately.
Okay.
It's just making memes.
Fucking around with it doesn't like sticking your dick
Oh
on
my
the
God.
keyboard.
Wagging my junk around my keyboard.
Ooh, Gil just comes down. Hey, John. Oh no.
You guys never knock.
I do.
I don't have a door,
Screw
so.
you.
Will you
Just
soon
hit the
have a
wall.
door?
What? No.
Are
He's
you
got
not
a
gonna
I don't
take?
need
piece
one.
of cardboard
I don't
box.
need one. I have no shame.
How I know you don't have shame?
I have zero shame. If they see my penis, it's their fault.
Has that happened?
No.
Okay,
not yet.
good.
Not yet.
Although 2 people have walked in on me taking a shit. Because they don't knock.
What have you guys been playing lately, John? You've been playing a
Are you
bunch
sure
of
we
Tetris.
should just
yeah.
do a tangent at
No,
this
no, no,
point?
no, no, John. You've been playing Tetris 99.
I've been playing
You need
quite
to
a
tell
bit
me
of stuff.
about this.
I've
Tell
been
me about
playing
Tetris 99.
a ton of Tetris 99.
Why have you been playing a ton of Tetris 99?
Because I'm a fucking boss. I got big brick energy.
So, with that in mind, like, what do you enjoy it?
I just like Tetris.
You like Tetris?
I don't know. Like, I like it. I kind of wish there was slight classic mode. I hope that they'll introduce some sort of classic mode where it's like, where you can't necessarily get attacked by the other people. So like normal Tetris has like speed variants at like score limits and stuff. When your score gets high enough, the speed of the blocks increases and stuff like that. So I think one way that they could do like a classic mode is instead of like a score limit, it's like a time thing.
Mm-hmm.
And after so much time passes, it speeds up. And I think if you do like at 45 seconds, speed increases a little bit. At a minute 30, speed increases a little bit. At 2 minutes, speed increases a little bit.
How
And
long
then
do
you
these Tetris games last?
these ones it depends. So like if you get yeeted on really hard by RNG, it's like 30 seconds. Maybe like 25.
Okay.
Which happens sometimes. Sometimes you start up the game and you just see a ton of yellow lines pointing at your screen and the screen flashes, watch out, and those guys get like one line clear and all of a sudden your screen fills up with gray blocks and there's nothing you can do. And that's kind of why I want there to be like a classic mode initiated, because your attacks are randomized. They go to anybody. And you can like switch it up to like aim for people that are gonna be like that are gonna get knocked out soon, or like you can aim for people that are attacking you specifically. And there's badges is another option, but I don't know what that's for. I think that's for like people who have like the most accolades, like the most like full Tetrises, which is when you clear like 4 lines at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know like all of the technicals of the game because there's no like real tutorial, or at least if there is, I didn't fucking bother with it because fuck that.
It's Tetris.
Well, I mean, like I also just don't do tutorials. I just skip over them, die a couple times, go what the fuck, why, and then eventually learn the controls. But I don't know. Like I've been playing a fuck ton. I still haven't won though, which is kind of disappointing.
Someday.
It's because I suck. No,
Yeah, you
I don't
pretty
know.
much do.
I'm unsure of like how good I actually
Lost the
am.
Bellsprout, that sucks.
Lol.
Oh my
Nah, he blow.
Oh
You never
Yep,
know. He
it's
might
the
swallow.
worst.
So he doesn't use life drain on your dick like I
Lol.
pictured?
But
You get drained.
it's I don't know. Like I wish there was a little bit less RNG about it, cause like it feels really. I've watched a couple people stream
What
it
does
too.
RNG mean again?
Like just
Random
random
number
number
generator.
generator.
Okay.
It's just because it's like there's no set way that like attacks get distributed for people. It's just random. Like you can literally pull into a game and the game will just randomly direct everyone's first attack at you. I don't think it's ever happened where someone just gets 98 attacks at once or whatever, but there's been times where like I've joined a game and like 10 seconds in I get attacked by like 5 dudes at one time. And my screen just instantly fills up with gray blocks and I just lose.
Okay.
And there's like nothing I can do about
That's
it.
understandable.
So it's I don't know. Like I guess that's kind of just one of those like battle royale things, but that's why I kind of wish like a classic mode would be introduced so it was more based on skill level and not like a little bit of RNG in there. But like I average in the like low 20s to teens
Good job.
every time. My highest score is 4th, which I don't actually know if that's really that good, but I assume it usually is pretty good because anytime I get anywhere in single digits, anybody else that beats me continues to play for like another 3-4 minutes. So it's just like, okay. But
Anything else that
that
you
I've
would
been
like to enjoy?
playing?
That you enjoy talking. You like to talk about playing? And like pimp it out maybe.
I've been playing
For
a lot of
listeners.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Just kind of like I'm like really torn on that game because
I need your opinion on that. Ending, yay or nay?
on the ending.
On the ending.
I mean, do we go into spoilers?
You might as well. It's
Go
been
ahead.
like once you make a movie, once they make like the fucking YouTube movie that comes out.
I don't know. Like,
I'm not gonna play it, so go ahead.
I gotta leave the room.
yeah, I don't want
Bye,
to spoil
Gil.
it. I don't want to spoil it.
I need to talk to you about that ending though.
He's got noise
He
canceling
needs
headphones up there.
catharsis.
I mean, walk around then, I guess. I don't,
Like,
Go
Like-
sit on.
did you get the super secret ending?
yeah, I've 100% in the game.
Okay, what do you think about that one? Do you think that's bullshit because it was supposed to be like the way that story was supposed to end?
That's not the secret ending.
No, the one where they're in the city.
What do you mean? That's like That's probably like a tease for the next game.
Right, but it's still.
But so
It's still like it was supposed to be the ending of like Sora's story, and then that teaser came out, and it's like doesn't look like it.
you could tell that was not
Right, but
the last game they were gonna make from the ending of the normal ending.
Right.
This was the secret ending. So like the thing about the secret ending is that there's no actually clear-cut explanation if that is actually like the sequel or whatever, because all of that is tied to that Virum Rex game that's in the Toy Box world.
right.
Because, like, Riku has the, like, dual-colored eyes that the protagonist from that game supposedly had.
No, that's not Riku. That is that guy.
I'm pretty sure that was Riku.
No, because Riku's in that one.
The guy
too.
didn't have white hair, though.
He did.
In the Virum Rex game, he
The
did. It
Virum
was
Rex
black
game,
hair.
he did.
No, he had black hair.
I thought he had white.
No, I'm pretty sure he had black hair.
I'm pretty sure he had
I
white.
think he just looked like Riku with black hair.
No, because
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm pretty positive. Yeah, no, I'm pretty positive.
Let's
But,
keep
like-
this moving along.
I just feel like
So, like, the reason that I'm kind of like... I like the game because it's a really good game. The reasons I don't like it is it's bitch easy. Like, baby bitch easy.
Tell them how easy.
Like, I've played through on proud mode with no XP on. And I died at the end once.
that's good.
And the Kupo coin saved me, so I didn't even have to, like, retry the fight.
I think that the amount of just Disney and lack of Final Fantasy was kind of.
Maybe he did have white hair. It's kind of, I can't really tell.
It's like a dark gray.
This picture's like really fucking pixelated on the wiki for it. No, it's like a bluish tint. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. So I don't know. But at the same time, it's like when I heard that Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out, I was like, finally, an ending to
After
the
thousands
series.
of years, I'm
Yes.
free.
After way too fucking long, we finally have an ending to this series. Let's fucking go.
Ha!
And then I played through the game, and it's not the ending of the series. It's not even the fucking closure to all the storylines in the first two games and everything. Because let me fucking say, the fact that there are 0 Final Fantasy characters in this fucking game is bullshit. Bullshit. You had 13 years to make this fucking game. Technically 10. Doesn't matter. Still a lot of time. 10 fucking years to plan out and make this game. And it's still not technically finished. And yet there's like DLC planned now. I'm like, way to fucking double down on Final Fantasy 15. I don't know. I'm just like, I waited a long fucking time for this game, man. And it's not finished, in my opinion. I still like it. It was a lot of fun. I played the fuck out of it. But, like, I'm just really disappointed in, like, the difficulty, the fact that there's so much missing, the fact that they couldn't just, like, actually end the series. Because, like, I know there's going to be, like, either, like, a Kingdom Hearts 4, or they're probably going to be, like...
Kingdom Hearts 3.x19.
Yeah, probably something stupid like that. And I'm just like, just fucking
Kingdom
stop.
Hearts. Final Shadow mix.
Like, I don't mind that they want to, like, keep this game formula going, but, like, at least be like...
Kingdom Hearts Rebirth by Sleep.
This storyline is done. And now they're all
They
like,
kind of
no.
like finished one storyline.
No, they didn't, because, like, Sora just disappears at the end, and you're just like...
Well, the Birth by Sleep storyline kind of got finished.
Not really, because those characters still exist, which means they're still going to be a part of probably whatever next storyline comes out.
I'm
And
trying
just
to give you a fucking bone.
like, why didn't you just fucking finish it? Why can't I have an actual ending? There's no satisfying ending in that. And then they're all like fucking Sora and Kairi sitting on the tree sharing their Paopu fruit. Sora's all like, why is Riku chilling out all alone over there? And you're just like, Sora, take a fucking hint. Touch her titty. Like, what are you doing?
And then they disappear.
No, well, that's like mid before ending of the game when they share the Paopu fruit. But then it's like at the end of the game, everybody's like party and have a good time, except for Kairi because she's sad that her friend's gone, but nobody else is. Like, and then
She's dead.
No, she's not.
They never get her back.
They do.
They don't.
They don't show any of it. She's
No.
actually there at the end.
No. At the end, Sora goes, I have to go find her
Yes.
because she's the only one. So they
She's-
never get her.
She's
Sora
actually on that tree.
Yeah, so is Sora. And then they both disappear, and it's just
No,
like,
they don't.
think, yes,
Sora
they do.
disappears. She's still there at the end.
No, they both, they're...
She's still sitting on that tree at the end of that cutscene.
I fucking swear.
No, she's still
Look
sitting
it
on that
up.
tree. They just like skip over that shit. And then you get to the secret ending, and it's just like Sora and Riku jumping around a city.
And then
And you're
the
just
other
like-
guy from Virum Rex.
I'm pretty sure that's just Riku.
No,
in
that's
all
the other
honesty.
dude from Virum Rex.
I'm
Like,
pretty
he-
sure that's just Riku. Because
It
I think he
wasn't
was
'cause he
still
has a
wearing
different-
Riku's vest.
No, Riku is walking down in the city with Sora, and then the other guy is sitting on top.
I mean, it could be. Because, I mean, they have like the same character model, just different colored eyes. Maybe different clothes, but they're like sort of similar. I really hate Riku's character design in this one.
Does he look too, like, edgy?
No! He's got like. He's wearing like cut off sleeves that are like cut off like on the shoulder, but not like muscle shirt dude bro kind of like cut off, but like half short sleeves. And he's like wearing these like long shorts, and he's got like his white shirt like tucked into his shorts with his vest on and a bunch of buckles, and I'm just like, what in the world am I looking at?
What about Sora's design?
He's like wearing capris again.
Because he just keeps growing, man.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know.
Sora just keeps growing. They can't fucking stop him. Do you remember in Kingdom Hearts 2?
I always,
he
like-
comes out, he's like, man, why am I wearing my fucking
I
purple
always
shorts?"
expect all of the designs to be really weird and stuff like that, so I'm like, Sora's design doesn't really bother me. Riku's design just kind of looks like a goober, and I'm just like, whatever. Like,
I like how, like, Axel still stays in this fucking organization.
I like that a
13
lot,
guy.
actually. So,
Yeah.
You find a look that works, you keep it.
no, it's not necessarily that. It's just like, there's a lot that's like in his character that's like, I wish that they had like expanded on that a lot more. Because, like, I think they were going to, and then they just didn't. But it's like, he's been, like, training to get his friends back, and he hasn't seen them for fucking years or whatever. However, a year, I don't know how long it's been. I forgot. I think it's only been a year. Yeah. It's been forever for me, I'll tell you that much. But it's like, I don't know. I wish that they would have done more with his character. Kairi's design bothers me a lot. Bothers me so fucking much. Her storyline bothers me so fucking
It's
much.
because she's a woman.
No! But it's because they treat her like she's a woman. Or like, no, that's not right.
They
It's
treat her
because they
she's a
treat her
damn-
like
like
she's
a
a
damn-
little girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gave her a Keyblade.
Yeah, she's still a damsel.
You put her in training.
Yeah, she's still a damsel in distress.
Why in the fuck did you make her new character design still fucking wearing a skirt?
Mm-hmm.
You've automatically, like, made it so that your character wearing a skirt in her E10 for everything, where people are doing a bunch of Jedi flips and shit like that. So now she can't do anything compared to anybody else because she's in a skirt. But you have a cutscene where she's, like, flying through the air with Sora, and she has to have a specifically different pose than everybody else so that they can use her feet to cover up her panty shots when they pan out behind her.
Okay.
I'm like, give the bitch some shorts.
Are you
Everybody
sure
else has shorts.
John,
Are you sure this
No,
isn't the
it's
tangent?
my turn to freak out. Fucking shut up. I'm like, you gave her a Keyblade. You gave her training. You can't give her shorts. And then they take her and they put her in the battles. They don't give her any decent attacks. In the fights where she's... who was she fighting with? Lee. She was with Lee and who was also Axel. And he, like, flips around and does some cool shit in that fight. She just, like, walks up to something and hits it. And you're just like, the fuck are you even here for? Where are your shorts? Aqua gets shorts. Shion gets to continue wearing the organization suit. She gets a skirt later when she's not in battle. Why couldn't they do that for Kairi? It's not that hard to animate shorts on a CGI character. And then this is the like huge reason why it bothers me because
Are we
like
still talking about Kairi's design
yes,
bothering you?
no, this isn't even the design. This is her character wise. Kingdom Hearts 1, she's literally just like a damsel in distress. Kingdom Hearts 2, she's with you and she has a Keyblade and she's like, I'm gonna do things now. But she's still kind of like can't because she has no training or whatever with it. So like I'm fine with that. Kingdom Hearts 3, she goes through training. She's had Keyblade for a while. She's still.
I mean, in our time, she's had Keyblade for a while.
She's had at least a year.
Yeah.
At least a year has passed since Kingdom Hearts 2. Or I think it's been about that much time. Half a year probably.
Who the fuck knows?
Half a year at the least. She still only dies, essentially. She literally immediately gets kidnapped and then just like immediately gets fucking like aerothed and you're just like why? Why'd you even give her a Keyblade? And it's like you had to give her one that's just like, it's a heart with flowers on it. It's just like, come on. Shion got a Kingdom Key. Aqua has like a black stick with some shit on it. It's like, the not girly at all. Like, Aqua's design's kind of girly, I guess, but like, in a not terribly offensively fucking obscene way. Kairi's just like, we're gonna cover her in pink and give her a flower stick with a heart on it and a skirt, and she's not gonna do anything because she's just a defenseless girl. And I'm like, no, she shouldn't be at this point. Fuck you. Like, make her do something, or she's just a worthless
We have other shit that
I
we
don't want to talk about
We
this
have
thing.
other shit, and you do want to talk about
This is the
next thing
maybe
we're talking
podcast
about.
now.
Fuck off or go.
Maybe.
We're moving on. I
But-
get it. You're mad. I get it. You don't like Kingdom. You like it, but you don't. I want you to
I don't know.
understand it, but you spent 15 fucking minutes explaining
The
it.
Torch
I got
podcast.
so much
The best
more.
part about this is Kian asked for it.
I will.
You did ask me.
Yeah, you did.
I wanted it.
You know what? When we're done, I want you to just give me your unbridled just hatred for that entire.
I mean, I've already pretty much.
Okay, good, perfect.
At least the Kyrie thing. There's other things I don't like about it.
Okay, we'll wait. We will get back to you.
Just make sure you put like a spoiler tag
Yes,
on
we
this
will.
one, so that
Yes.
like people don't get mad at me for.
I'm
spoiling
gonna put
Kingdom Hearts.
in the description. I'm gonna put.
I do
more
want
titles.
to throw out that when Shion gets her fucking normal casual outfit at the end of the game, some really good fucking design.
Okay.
Also, I'm really glad that they brought Roxas back, because like I figured he was just gonna be gone after.
No, that was the main goal of the fucking game.
In the third one, yeah, but when at the end of the second one, it's just like they like combine back with Sora and Kairi, and you're just like, are they just gone forever now? And I'm just like, I'm glad Roxas is back. Especially because like when they brought Ven in, I was like, they're probably not gonna bring Roxas back now. And then you're just like, well, I guess now they just exist together.
Do you think Riku fucks Naminé?
The hell kind of question is that?
I mean, yes.
I do. He and I were on that same level of energy. I was like, John, you think Riku fucks?
So, like, I really think that they only brought her back because they were like, people are gonna be mad if they can't ship Riku with somebody, because everybody's gonna ship Sora and Kairi. And I'm just like over here, like, I don't give a shit about these storylines.
You think Riku fucks? I'm kidding. Gil, what have you been playing? Nothing.
I've been playing
Zach.
other games, though.
What have you been playing?
I've actually been playing the Turf Wars DLC for Spider-Man.
Oh,
It came out a while
Do you
ago.
enjoy it? Are you enjoying that?
You finally got around.
I'm still in the process of finishing it. I'm on the last chapter, but
You downloaded that weeks ago.
That's good. Now, let's go to a few trailers.
I mean, I bought the Devil May Cry games like a month ago and still haven't played them.
So, Mortal Kombat recently did reveal Jade and Johnny Cage, and John's mad he can't jerk off to the zombie lady anymore.
Yeah, I like Jade a lot.
But they covered up
I'm
her
sad that my tit ninjas are gone. I know, I'm not actually that
Hashtag
sad
bring
about
back
it.
tit ninjas.
I'm glad Jade's back because I liked her character.
Yeah.
I can't say I liked the character. I liked the Katana Jade dynamic that existed before, but it was like Jade really wasn't much of a character to begin with in Mortal Kombat 9.
She was a green titty ninja.
Yeah, and then she just that's essentially just why people liked her so much, because she's a fucking tit ninja. But
that's why they liked a lot of them. Do you remember when Scarlet was a DLC? No one was like, "Oh, she's a good player." Oh,
I liked Scarlet because her combos were really fucking good.
Yeah, they're pretty fun.
And the playstyle was enjoyable for me. So I'm kind of glad she's back. But like they're trying.
And she's less of a tit ninja.
Well, they're trying to desexualize everything. So that
Boo! I'm kidding.
Which I'm fine with. And Dead or Alive is doing the same thing.
How am I supposed to jerk off to the green skinned zombie girl if I can't fucking see her titties?
It's probably mostly like a push to be taken a little bit more seriously, like Evo and shit like that. Or just like in general. But I mean, I'm fine with it. Like, I don't really care too much about, like, if designs work and make sense, then that's fine. Like, even if they're kind of tit ninja-y,
right. No,
it's
I get
just
you.
like.
Although, like, they gave Jade, I like Jade's new combo moves because she's more long range.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen too much on like the actual fighting.
I have. I've been catching up on the fighting.
I've mostly just been looking at like character announcements and stuff like that because I mean I'm gonna get this game.
Yeah, Johnny Cage, they changed up his fighting style, which is, I think he's needed because he did a lot of Liu Kang's moves, but like.
Oh, he's always kind of had his own thing.
This one is like a lot better because like. He's got one of his new grabs is a stunt double comes and grabs the guy and then you can just nut punch him.
That was awesome.
That was fucking good. And then it's
I don't know. It's like I got enough faith in NetherRealm to make a decent fighting game. I'm like so fucking glad they took over Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Like I don't care what anybody says. Fuck those Midway.
You don't
games.
like the 3D fighting Midway games?
Jesus Christ. No, Midway didn't make a decent fighting game after like Mortal Kombat 4. So.
They were awful.
The fatality of Johnny Cage, though.
Dark Alliance and Armageddon and what was the other one?
Deception.
Yep, they were just like.
I liked Armageddon because you could make your own character.
I guess the stories were okay, but like the fighting was really untechnical.
Yeah, because then like.
I mean, I guess there was a technicality to it. The problem was like the button mashing was also just as effective of a strategy. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't.
That's
I don't
the problem
think
with a lot of 3D fighters though. Like the 3D like.
Well, most 3D fighters are literally just button mashing.
Like that's like.
Jump Force. Who said it was bad before it came out? Me.
I fucking kept predicted. Like, the more I watched of it, the more I realized I wasn't going to like it.
I predicted the future. I'm a psychic.
That's good, John.
I'm a psychic when it comes to like easy to predict things.
Okay.
Jump Force is bad.
Johnny Cage's fatality is pretty cool though, and I haven't seen it. I like the way they do the fatalities now, where like
I've watched a couple of the like intro videos with the like characters.
Yeah, I like Johnny Cage's because it's just so Johnny Cage. Like he's like this movie star. And, like, he does, like, the uppercut. And they're like, no, wait one more time. And then the second one's like, take 19. And he does it finally, rips the guy's... It's so fun.
Yeah.
I
think it is such a fun...
I'm hoping that, like, we get a few more characters announced here.
I feel like they're going to.
There's some of the, like, characters that were, introduced in Mortal Kombat X that I'm just, like... I really don't want them to just be, like, gone.
They're bringing back Cassie Cage.
And I think that's it, as far as I know. And that's.
I hope they bring Takeda back, though.
I hope they bring all 4 of them back.
Really?
Yes, because they were like integral to that storyline. So it just kind of feels like, why did you bother with them if you're just gonna get rid of them? And I get it, maybe people didn't like them.
Right.
But it's
they had
like
a real problem with, like, if I remember correctly, people. I don't know. Their fight styles were really fun though. Like I liked Takeda's fighting.
I don't think it was like necessarily like people didn't like them as fighting game characters. I think people didn't care for them in the story or whatever. And I'm like, I guess that's fine. Cassie's kind of the one you just can't get rid of.
Yeah. I feel like you should bring in Jackie because they're not bringing Jackson anymore, so that.
So my thing is I think they should just keep all 4 of them, and then.
I kind of wish they would have gotten away. Like I know that you really can't get rid of like I guess we can't get rid of Scorpion and Sub-Zero, but
I mean you can. The problem is that they're just kind of like the intro level characters.
Right.
They're like the Soldier 76 of.
Right.
They're gay?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know that.
Why do you think they're always together?
Yeah. Why do you think they're always fighting? No, like I get you.
They're like playground kids teasing their crushes.
Yeah. Like Scorpion's like, I know you killed my family, but you did it for me. And he's like,
Sub-Zero's all like, I know you're gonna kill me for killing your family, but I did that for you, and you're doing this for me.
and then they're like, no, you kill me first. No, you kill me first.
And then they put their masks together.
Now kiss.
Yeah, kiss.
Get over here.
Kiss me. And somewhere on DeviantArt, someone wrote this fan fiction.
And Sub-Zero walks into his bedroom, and Scorpion's already in there, and he lifts up the blanket, and he's like, get under here.
Now. It's time to talk.
Cuddle.
Instead of a long chain, it's just a bunch of anal beads.
Oh my God. We have a question because this is from Trisha, our UK listener.
Questions before news?
It brings into what the next thing we're talking about. Trisha's from the UK.
I mean, it's your show. Let's do it.
Trisha's from the UK, and she's like, so that new Pokemon Direct. I was like,
holy cow, you guys have a listener out of country.
yeah.
Jesus
From
Christ.
the UK.
Step it up in the world.
Yeah. She's
Look
like,
at you
I know.
guys.
She's
Almost
like,
as famous as me.
she's like, I know you got, I know Americans like to make fun of the Brits, and I've seen a lot of the British memes coming out of the Pokemon game. But if there was a Pokemon game in the Midwest, every Pokemon trainer would be like, oh, let's battle. So
yeah, probably.
Yeah, right. I feel it.
Like, as much as I think those, like, every time I see one of those jokes, I'm like, that's so kind of just, like, in general. And then I'll be, like, walking at work and pass somebody, and I'll be like, oh, just trying to get around you here.
Go up, heads up. She's like,
I'm, like, 25, single with no kids, and I'm, like, the most Midwest dad.
she's like, what are you guys' thoughts on this, and what are your theories? I think it's going to be, she says, I think this Pokemon is going to be based on somewhat Arthurian legends. Or she points out Game of Thrones having the direwolf symbol, that it's gonna be both legendaries are gonna be like symbolic of something like that.
So I don't think the legendaries will have anything to do with that. I think that'll be more related either to like the enemy team that you fight,
Nice.
or no, I don't think it'll be that. If it is,
No.
if it's some sort of enemy team that has to do with anything like that, it'll probably be something that's like trying to take down some sort of royalty.
Alright, so just to bring back, then there was a Pokemon Direct, and they let us all know Pokemon Sword and Shield is coming to the Switch.
My boy Aegis Slash coming in.
He is
Coming in
not.
hot.
How bad will you be if they don't have him in there?
If Honedge isn't in there, I mean, I'm sad in every game Honedge isn't in because it's one of my favorite Pokemon.
It is.
You know what my favorite Honedge picture is? And when they were doing the Alolan forms, they gave Honedge a gun.
Yeah.
That was like my favorite fucking one.
That's its Mega.
That's
But,
I've also liked the third game branding that people have had.
Yeah,
from,
Pokemon Gun.
Gun. Pokemon's actual
Gun.
new nunchucks, chainsaw, like, all of them are really funny.
No, so
Stupid mods.
I think if anything, it'll be either like a link to the enemy team that you face, or it'll potentially be like it'll have something to do with the whatever the challenge sort of thing is for this region.
Gyms.
Because are they doing
They're back
they've
gyms. They
confirmed
said it.
gyms? Okay,
They said
so
it in the direct.
I wasn't fucking paying attention.
Well,
to
that's
that.
on you.
I'm gonna
Did
say
they say it in the direct?
Yes.
I thought it was just the starter reveal. I haven't seen anything else about.
You watched the whole thing.
I did, but I didn't hear anybody else talking about anything other than the starters. And I didn't really like get hyped for anything other than the starters.
that literally jumped into furry bait too. When
What, the starters?
when
They
the starters
always
came,
do.
I know, but it was so fucking fast.
They're cute little
It
animals.
was not
of
even
course
a
they do.
fucking hour.
And one of
and
them's
so
a rabbit. Of course they're gonna do
One
bunny
girl's
guys.
like, look at my fucking score bunny costume. I'm like, no!
Like, of course that's going
It
to
was
happen.
under an hour, Gil. Like, 30 fucking minutes after that direct. She's like, I managed to
You
do all
can't
this."
blame the company for that.
No,
That's
I
the
can't.
fans.
No, that's
That
no.
is not furry bait.
No, no,
That's
no.
on people.
I'm pretty positive Nintendo also looks as like, someone's gonna fucking sexualize this. It's too late now!
That's
That's
Let's
an
go.
animal.
That's
How are they-
every Pokemon.
Yeah.
Every Pokemon
It's not on them.
conceptualized.
It's on the
I
people.
once saw a meme of fucking Doublade as two crossed dildos.
Okay, back to the game though. It
And I
looks
was-
interesting.
Yes,
Okay,
it does.
the game looks interesting. It looks fun. I really want
But
it.
I also, I kind of almost am leaning towards the opinion that the whole like wolf symbol thing is not gonna equate to anything.
You
and
just think it's a cool thing.
I think it's just something that they were like, hey, this looks cool.
You know what? My
I think there might be a possibility that like there is some sort of like royalty figure in the game, and like I think maybe.
Yeah,
there'll
one's
be-
about the king and one's about queen or something.
No,
like that.
I don't
No.
think that. I think one of the like they might have like some sort of like canine Pokemon affiliation kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like how the Pokemon police have always been associated with like Growlithe and stuff like
Okay.
that.
So they
where
might
it's just
like
like-
a
I'm thinking
Montana.
I'm thinking because that was always associated with like some of the bad guys in like Gen
Okay.
3. I'm thinking maybe like some sort of Furfro thing because that was
Team Absol.
associated with. Well, Absol's not really like a dog.
No, he's not.
I don't think. I don't really know.
I think
It's kind of sort of dog-like, but it's also cat-like.
It's a mix of both. Lucarios.
But like, so Furfro in Gen 6, X and Y, I think that's Gen 6. So Furfro is like associated with kind of like rich folk and stuff like that,
Mhm.
because you could like dress. It was like
Socialites.
it was like the poodle or whatever. So maybe
Yeah.
there'll be like a new Furfro form, where it looks more like a regal wolf or something like that.
Well, to be fair, like a lot of people actually in England, like a regal dog is like a corgi. So they could do like I'm being for fucking
No, I
real.
know,
I'm
I
not
know.
fucking
Yeah.
lying.
I know,
Like
I know.
Well, I mean,
know.
the queen has like what, 7 of them?
18.
Okay, I was a little off.
She has like 18 corgis. But like, it
Granted,
looks like,
if I had a bunch of money and
Right.
people were calling me a
It
queen,
could
I'd
be,
be
like-
like, yeah, I'm gonna have like 18.
you're right. It
dogs.
could not doesn't have to be a legendary, but like she
I
does.
doubt it'll be like
Right, but she does
So-
make a point. It's like could be like a dire wolf, like a wolf.
it's like
kinda
it's a
canine-looking
potential
thing.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just like
All of a sudden, it's like
I don't know.
Game of
We've already
Thrones.
got legendary dogs,
Right.
so
Well,
that's
what
kind of
else?
a thing.
Where else could they go? Do you think they're gonna finally do like
Anything?
the unicorns? They already have one. They already technically have a unicorn legendary.
What unicorn legendary?
Keldo.
Keldeo?
Yeah.
I guess. Well, like all of those are supposed to be like horse mons or whatever.
Well, they're supposed to be like
Three Musketeers.
Yeah, sort of thing.
they're the Three Musketeers, but the rest are like deer and bulls.
I guess.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to be horse-like.
Horse.
I mean, it's just kind of like they're not
But we're like,
exactly
but what,
animals, but
right? But like, I don't know. I think
I don't
unicorn,
know.
like if they did like, if it is English, people are saying that like
I mean,
there's probably gonna be
honestly, like
there's gonna be a Shamrock
You don't-
Pokemon. Let's
you
be
don't
real.
even know. Like
There'll be a double decker bus Pokemon.
Deoxys is just like a legendary alien.
Yeah.
All of the Ultra Beasts from Gen 7 are just like obscure shapes.
Yeah. Here's a building
Yeah, exactly. Or like, here's a bug with a space helmet.
and fucking muscles up the asshole.
Yeah, and then there's a muscle bug. So I mean, they could be anything at this point. I don't know. I'm interested
It's
to
actually
see what
very-
it is.
because like
I'm never like, oh, I'm so excited for a UK-based one, or I'm so excited for a France-based one, because it's
no,
just like,
I'm not. But like the fact that like with,
because I never think about that until like after the game's been out. And,
but
like,
with
I see a
when
picture
Sun
of
and
it or
Moon, they're
whatever.
like we really paid attention to like
well, yeah,
the
because you have
Maori
like
area.
Alolan forms,
Right,
and
but
stuff
like,
like
so
that,
that's
but-
the thing that's interesting to me is that like they put a lot of in-depth attention to like how Hawaii works, like why there are so many like those mongooses, because in Hawaii there's a shit ton of mongooses because
Well-
they're an invasive species. What I wonder what they're gonna bring in with like the UK verse, like 'cause I'm not saying it like weird because I feel
yeah,
like there's
I don't
gonna
know.
be, there's gonna be I'm already calling it. There's gonna be a lot of Murkrows.
I'm not sure because like
That
they
seems
did
like there's gonna
sort
be a
of
lot.
they did sort of the same thing in X and Y, the different and in all of the other games. In all honesty,
Mhm.
but like it's not as invasive as it is in Gen 7 because of something like Alolan forms and
Right.
stuff like that. So
but even with
I'm expecting that they're gonna do the same thing that they've done for the past 2 generations, and they're gonna make something that's just like way different. Because like in Gen 7, there's no megas. In Gen 6, they introduced megas. So in Gen 7, they introduced Alolan forms, There's no new megas.
But they introduced Z moves though.
And Z moves get introduced, and that's why I think there will be something completely different again. I think they're just going to keep doing that sort of formula where they just keep doing something different until, I don't know, all of the people that have played the games where the previous thing existed have died. I don't think they're making Pokemon games for everyone anymore. I think they're focusing on the new generation of players.
Oh, very, very much so.
And that's why I don't think they're going to keep, like, Z moves and megas are still going to exist in the game.
They're just not going to have it.
I don't think it's going to be something that, like, there's going to be a bunch of new ones.
No, that's understandable. No,
I think they're going to introduce something new again.
That was my one thing that was coming up with this. It's like, I think it's super interesting enough to know that, like
they've had the formula for a while. It's
right.
like 3 years in between each main series game, and then there's a spin-off or a sequel and a remake in there too. In between those 3 years.
Spin-off or remake.
No,
because
it's like,
X and Y never had anything else. They had a remake of
Alpha Ruby and
Omega Sapphire, but they never had a sequel game. It went right to Sun and Moon.
Yeah, but they had a spin-off.
They didn't.
Yeah, well, there was a spin-off. There was a mystery dungeon on the 3DS.
Was it?
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was before X and Y.
No, I'm pretty sure it was after.
It was before. Is that? I think it was, because it's the one that isn't that one based on the ghost types?
I don't fucking remember. They literally announced that's how they were going to do it around, like, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire came out. They were like, we're going to do a main series game, then we're going to do something else, and then we're going to do, like, a remake, and then we're going to do the...
But they didn't really follow that formula with Sun and Moon then.
Yeah, because they got a sequel.
Right.
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And then Let's Go is a remake of Gen 1. Yeah, it's definitely a remake of Gen 1. It's literally the same fucking game with a bunch of shit taken out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Mystery Dungeon, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I was thinking Explorers of Sky and...
I don't even know if that one's on 3DS. Isn't that just a normal DS one?
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know. I'm really excited.
So,
I think the starters are cool. But then,
I don't know.
I think one starter looks cool. I don't like the other two. I like Rocky.
Grookey?
I don't like the other two.
Grookey.
I don't like...
Just always remember, Grookey Gang, Grookey Gang, Grookey Gang.
Shut the fuck up.
God damn it.
I don't like the Sad Salamander, and I
Monkey
don't like
tapping on a rock
Scorbunny.
with a ting tang.
Yeah.
Grookey Gang, Grookey Gang.
I do like Grookey a lot.
Why don't you like Sobble or Scorbunny?
What?
Why don't you like Sobble
I
or
don't
Scorbunny?
like Scorbunny just because he looks like the Trix Rabbit.
So I saw someone, I can't remember how they described Grookey, but it was, I think it was, can't wait to take Green Funky Monkey, Trix Rabbit on Adderall, and,
the guy kept...
what was it?
Depressed.
Or no, it was, Anxiety Smurf.
Yeah.
On an adventure through the UK.
Yeah.
And that was where, but I've never been, like, majorly into the starters. I'm always kind of like...
But everyone's had, like, a favorite starter Pokemon.
Well, yeah. So, like, there's always, like, obviously a favorite of the 3 starters that I have from every single generation.
I like Litten!
I did like Litten. But, like, every single Pokemon game, I literally, like, get a party of 6, catch a 7th Pokemon, yeet my starter into a box. Because I'm just like... I don't want to.
I always keep my starter with me. There's something I have a weird emotional connection to that starter.
I like to make a different team for every single Pokemon gen, and try not to use the same mons from other ones that I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes you kind of have to because there's only so many of certain types.
You can only have so many Pidgeys on your team, John. I
yeah,
get
exactly. It. But it's just like everybody keeps their starter, so like everybody's team has a starter on it. So I'm like, I don't want my team to have a starter on it because everybody does.
I'm fucking too unmainstream.
I don't want to keep my Charmander. I want my Rapidash. I do actually like Rapidash a lot more than Charmander, so...
I don't know. I don't think... What do you think... John and I were talking about this. Do you think Scorbunny could be Firefly?
No.
No.
No?
No.
It's got wing-like ears. That's the only reason why.
It's got giant ears because it's a rabbit.
I just looked at them.
I'm gonna
and
laugh
they
when
look
they
like...
hit it with the Diggersby and make him fat.
That'd be fucking good.
One of the only.
The big chungus.
There's only two.
Oh my
yeah, exactly.
God.
There's only two other rabbit mons in Pokemon.
The other one is overly sexualized.
Yeah, Diggersby and the line, and then the Lopunny line, and it's like one turns into like a fat like
rabbit with
like a
muscle
fat,
arms.
like a fat construction
Worker.
worker, and the other one turns into like a stripper.
And then her mega form just gets worse.
Yep.
That was probably the worst mistake Nintendo could make. No,
I don't think it's that egregious.
I just
it kind of weirds you out when you first see it, but it's not like they put giant titties on it. Or
I don't think
anything.
Score Bunny is gonna be a fighting though. Like I know everyone.
I don't
I love
think-
that joke that everybody's making where they have the starters in their base, then they all become fighting, and then
And
they're
then-
all
yeah,
together
yeah,
fighting.
it's all
And then
super
fighting.
it's dual fighting for
Yeah.
each one. Yeah, I saw that
Super
one too, and I was
muscular.
like,
Yeah,
that's
because you
great.
post, you were like, I need this.
Yeah.
Because I've shared it, you're like, I need this now. I'm like, I know, they're doing like JoJo poses. I'm like, kind of want this now.
They're like massively fucking buff.
I do think Grookey is going to be the one that's going to be grass and fighting. I like your theory, though, about what it's going to be.
I kind of so like I'm not really sure like honestly like at this point like I think anything other than like giving them dual typings that would be good against the other starters' dual typings is probably the thing that's not gonna happen. So like I think most people are leaning towards the idea that like Score Bunny's gonna be firefighting or not firefighting, fighter fairy, and then Sobble's gonna be water ghost. And then Grookey is more than likely going to be, like, grass fighting. And that's because, like, then the secondary none of the secondary types are weak to the other Mon's main types or secondary types. So you'll still have type advantage with one of them, but you won't have, like, dual type advantage. And, like, but you'll still also have resistance to the other ones. Which is how, like, you wouldn't have if, like, Grookey was grass fighting, and then so like this is why I know it's not going to be fire flying, because if Grookey's grass fighting and Score Bunny's fire
Yeah, that's definitely
flying,
like, goodbye, you're
then
dead.
it's like double effective.
Yeah.
Like every move that Score Bunny learns is going to be good. So that's why I don't think it'll be that. But I also see like the possibility that this will be the first gen in a while where all of them remain like singular typing, because that hasn't happened since Gen 2. So if they did that too, it would be sort of a new-esque thing, because it hasn't been done for fucking 12 years? I don't remember when. It's been way more than 12 years.
I was like, I'm positive. I'm like, hold up.
16 years,
Yeah,
maybe,
Yeah.
at least. I don't actually remember. It's been a long
I
time.
think it's more than that. I think it's
Possibly,
like
yeah.
17, 18
Didn't
years.
Gen 2 come out in like
I think it might have been
a little bit before the
99 or something
2000s,
like
yeah.
that. I know Gen 1 was like way, way back, like 96.
96, yeah.
But, I don't know. I think it's going to be more of a dynamic where they don't take huge advantage over each other. So, like, either, like, stay a monotyping or get a typing that has no advantage or resistance to any of the other typings.
1999 in Japan, 2000 in America.
For Gen 2?
Yep.
Okay, so 19 years.
19 years. Ooh,
Damn.
good times, yeah. Alright, so, guys, looks like Anthem.
But I could also see it.
It's hot garbage.
Go on, no.
I could also see it being something like they each get a typing that's effective against the main typing of the opposite one.
Right.
So, like, Grookey is grass fighting, and then, like, Sobble would be, like, water poison, and then the poison would counteract the grass, even though the grass is good against the water. Or I just don't know what Score Bunny would be at that point. Probably, like, fire electric. I've seen some arguments for that. But then that makes Grookey the standout, so it's kind of weird.
I like Grookey.
I don't know. I've read a couple theories on
I like
what they
Grookey
could
cowbell. Thanks,
be.
Kevin.
So if in order to do that, it would have to be like Grookey would be, I don't know. Fuck it, move on. There's a big old water hole of what it could possibly be. There's no real predicting it. More than likely, it's probably gonna be, like
firefighting.
It's probably
grass and ground.
It's probably gonna
water
be
poison.
It's probably gonna be like grass rock, or grass fighting, or fire fairy, or fire steel, or although that would kind of fuck Gurgi over if it was fire steel.
Yeah.
And then probably like water ghost or water
Also, they
psychic.
pull out, it's actually water steel. I'm like,
Could be
what?
water psychic. But yeah, I don't know. The only other Pokemon we've ever seen that does invisibility shit is Vaporeon, and it's just water, so.
So yeah, people, Anthem. It's been a weird, kind of weird.
I don't know, I've played it, I like it.
Do you like it?
It's not bad. I get why people are kind of like, on it.
It's a loot and shoot. I mean, I feel like if you didn't think it was going to be a loot and shoot, you're dumb.
Well, yeah, but like, the thing is that they're a little late on the looter shooter party. Like, if this had come out like shortly after or before or around the same time as Destiny 2, I think they would have been fine. Actually, if it had come out around then, they would have had like tons of people playing that shit, because all of that bad shit that got announced about Destiny 2 would have came out, and everybody would have been like, why the fuck aren't we just playing Anthem instead of waiting for Bungie to fix Destiny 2?
Right.
But now it's kind of like Destiny 2's been out for at least 2-3 years or something like that. I don't actually know. I think 2 years. Maybe.
Sounds about
It's
right.
been about that, probably. And like, people are just like not really into the looter shooter. It's like, it was a hit for a while, and now people are on the battle royales, so. But
Speaking of-
it's definitely not bad.
Right.
Like, I do have one
Sorry.
issue with the game. There's no fucking way people fit in those suits.
Right. Yeah.
The Interceptor suit is like,
Petite.
there's no way there's a person in that. Unless it's like an amputee, which could be.
Psychic.
But you watch your person get in it.
Right.
So,
Avatar.
there's no person in there.
No. Speaking of Battle Royales, Apex Legends Studio Respawn is supposed to show some things from Jedi Fallen Order.
That'll be nifty.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me sad that they're like known as Apex Legends developer
And not
now.
the Titanfall developer.
Yeah, because Titanfall 2 is like a really good game.
It really
Just
is, yeah.
Really didn't get like.
Yeah, EA kind of boned that game because they put it
Yeah.
up against Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty
Yeah.
that year.
Well, at that and like it had the stigma of Titanfall 1 on it too. It was just like, it was only a multiplayer game, and I don't think that they hyped the single player hard enough
Right.
to like make it a point. Although it's really funny now because it's like the Call of Duties are getting announced with no story mode and shit like that. Granted,
It's coming back next.
probably.
Yeah, but no,
And,
it is.
they
coming
have.
back.
I don't pay attention
Yeah.
to that, but
Why?
which is, it's granted, I bought Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and I liked it a lot. So
4.
Oh yeah, 4.
Yeah.
My bad.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're right.
Not trying to be that guy.
But yeah, it's just I still at the same time like I've reached max level really quick and then just stopped playing. So that's the thing is like, I don't know. I don't think it's the game for me anymore. I had my Modern Warfare 2 days.
Best days.
10th Prestige, hardcore.
So Activision, Blizzard, and EA CEOs are on a list of most overpaid CEOs.
No shit.
Overpaid.
Like,
How much do they make?
A lot, Zach.
you know how much FIFA makes?
A lot, Zach. You know how many fucking Europeans enjoy FIFA?
It's not even just Europeans, Americans too.
Yeah.
This is a $1 billion a year industry.
Yeah.
Just on dumbass FIFA microtransactions.
Did you hear what happened with Blizzard? They laid off
Yeah.
like 800 people,
It-
and then
it-
they hired a profit dude with like a.
So the thing with that is that like companies like game developers game developers too, sort of, but like big time publishers and stuff like that, they go through cycles where they're making a game and they hire on all these people, and in that stage of everything looks really bad economically. And so they'll go through the cycle where they lay off a bunch of people, and then they can list those wages that they don't have to pay anymore
Right.
as like a profit instead.
Oh, it's so
And so it sucks that it happens, but it's kind of one of those things that, like, if they want to convince investors to continue to do stuff, they kind of have to do it. And, like, the reason that sucks is because, like, investors aren't people that look at, like,
games.
what products do or whatever and go, I have faith in this product to do
They
well.
just look at how much
They
money
look at
you
how
make.
much money is being spent to how much money is being made.
Which is shitty. That's
And so when you make it look like you're spending less money, the amount that you're making is huger. So
Right.
it tells investors not to just stick with you, but more investors to come in. And that's the thing is, like, eventually that's going to be a thing where that isn't really as prevalent, because, like, people that have grown up playing video games will be the people that are the billionaires at some point in life. But right now it's like the majority of those people are, like,
old fucks.
yeah, they're just the guys that have fuck tons of money because they've built empires upon things, or they've inherited empires upon things. That's the majority of the time what it is. And they're just putting that money into other things to make more money. And that's what investors essentially are. And so you have to appease the investors and it really sucks that it works this way, but you have to appease the investors before you can appease the customers, which is why we get so many least common denominator games and stuff like that. Same thing with movies and shit like that. Because yeah, exactly. You have to appease these guys with the billions of dollars that are funding your project before you appease the people who are buying it, which sucks because it goes against everything that exists with, like, artist integrity. But the fact of the matter is we wouldn't have anything without it.
Without money, right?
Yep.
I get you.
It's just kind of the shitty world that we live in, and, like, maybe at some point there'll be, like, enough people who, because, like, at least now, like, when it comes to movies, we're starting to get into that point where, like, investors can also be movie buffs.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, they grew up with movies. Everybody who's alive now grew up with movies existing as a format.
But, like, investors,
unless they're, like,
E.T.
fucking old as old.
Yeah, I get it.
Like, they're, like, nursing home level
Right.
old and shit. But, like, eventually we'll get to a point where, like, everybody who's older has played video games at some point, and then we'll start getting into the point where, like, people are like, this is kind of like something that I played as a kid. I'm willing to put money for it because I know that people are probably going to like that. Now it's just like, I can't read that right now. Now it's just kind of like, they're older generation people, they maybe grew up playing, like, really arcadey stuff, but they see things like Call of Duties, and they're just like, I have no idea what's happening.
Are they shooting people?
But I got $1 billion, and you say it's gonna make $1 billion. Well, and then they're like, yeah, well, this is what the last one that's essentially the same thing did.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, okay, so if that one worked, then this one will. Here's
Okay.
a bunch of money. And
I get you.
that's just kind of what it has to be at this point. Otherwise, we don't get anything.
Well, it's time to pour one out for our homies, because Starbreeze has said Overkill's The Walking Dead will be removed from Steam within a near future.
Pour
Yeah,
out
what the
my
hell happened with that?
cup of hot dog water.
You know, Gil, I don't fucking know, because apparently there was supposed to be a deluxe version at one time.
What do you mean what happened with that? They announced it and everybody went, why?
That's right. Dude, The Walking Dead's just beating a dead horse, because they're like, we're making a third Walking Dead show, guys.
I don't really know if it's like beating a dead horse, because it's like, at least they're kind of starting to do different things, I suppose. But it's like, we've had how many Walking Dead games now, and none of them have been good. And I think it's...
We have one series that people tell themselves is good, but it's not
What,
good.
the Telltale ones?
The Telltale games.
I think the Telltale Walking Deads are okay.
Yeah.
Like, the first one I think is pretty good. But then I think you just run into the problem of, like,
A
Telltale...
choose your own adventure game.
Well,
which is
Telltale
like,
just doing the same thing all the time. And you're
they'll
just like,
remember this.
I'm tired of this.
Will they, though?
Mm.
Will they really?
Well, and our
You're
last
positive?
story is Smash Bros. Melee will not be gracing the main stage of EVO this year. And as John said, what is your famous line for this?
What?
Smash Bros. Melee isn't going to be an EVO, and you're like, good. Now they're
Oh, yeah, the good. At least now we can, like, one less smelly room.
That's fucked up, John.
You can't tell me that that's... If you ever been to like a legit Melee tournament?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, it stinks every fucking time.
I don't understand it though. Like, why?
I don't know. It's kind of the same thing with Magic tournaments. Everyone I've been to, there's always at least like 2 or 3 guys that you can tell are just like beefed up.
I don't get, like, just put on Axe body spray. Just
That's not necessarily a solution.
I know it's not, but I feel like that's like a legit thing that, like, your middle school self did it. Fucking do that shit.
I don't know. It's you get a bunch of nerds into a room full of a bunch of other nerds, and you're putting them in a stressful situation. So like,
their glands are just going
yeah,
crazy.
like, I mean, I've done fighting game tournaments and stuff like that too. When I'm like,
that's like
when
I get getting sweaty and whatnot,
yeah,
but I
like,
also get hygiene.
Like
as
when
well.
I hit like semifinals in like a fighters tournament, I'm like, my palms are sweating hard. When I was playing at PAX East, and it was like me and 2 other guys like left, and it was just like, you get a pass and you 2 have to play each other, and I'm like, fuck, I wanted to buy. and it's just like, this is my shot to potentially get in the finals, and like, I'm fucking stressed out. Like, I want to win. I'm going hard.
What were they playing? Did you?
What, we were
use,
playing
like,
fighters.
No, but like what consoles?
PS4.
Okay.
Well, it was PS4 or Xbox. You got to choose.
Oh, okay.
But like, everybody was on PS4.
Did they do like the They didn't have like the joysticks or anything like
Yeah, no, unless you brought your own fight
okay.
stick. But like, I didn't bring a fight stick to PAX. I don't think anybody did, if I remember correctly. It wasn't like,
I saw one dude.
it wasn't like an
fight
Evo
stick.
tournament. It was just like, hey, we're doing a Fighter Z tournament later. You want to come and do it? And I was like, yeah, sure. Sign me up. I love that game. Second place, PAX East 2018.
He's Twitter famous and second place at PAX East.
There was literally lost to the only other good player there, so it's not that much of an accomplishment.
And he still remains humble.
But so like, I don't know, like I'm kind of like, on one hand I can totally understand why people are like, Melee is the most technically accurate of the smashes so far. It's probably the one that should be the most Evo like represented still. I still think Smash Ultimate is a good replacement for it. I am kind of glad to see it go, because that means we will get the chance to see some other game take its spot too. It's just like, I get it, but it's had its day in the limelight. It doesn't make it less of a game.
It does, John.
It's literally been at EVO longer than anything else. Let it go, please.
No, John.
They can't. Those nerds can't let it. It's just like how you told us they have to die first before it leaves.
But I am really glad that like In Knight's getting some representation. I think it's a great 2D fighter. I'm glad Fighters is still there. I don't know. I just, again, like, I understand why people love Melee so much. I think it's had its time in the competitive limelight. Let's get something new. And I think Ultimate is a great place to start that. Like, it's a great Smash. It's probably as close to as good as Melee as we can get, without just like remaking everything from Melee. And I don't think they want to do that with that many characters.
That's understandable.
I mean, it would be a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, that ends it for tonight, guys. Thanks for listening.
Seems like a short one.
Have a wonderful day.